What is going on? What's shaking YouTube? Good to be back. Good to have you. Welcome everyone. We got some crazy price action happening here. Got a lot of crazy things in the news, lots of doom and gloom. Switzerland's, oh, what's going on here? Yo, from a guy in a hoodie acting like a teenager. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Yeah, but what's shaking? That's old school, man. That is old school, and I'm definitely in a hoodie because it's pretty chilly here. Anyways, good morning, civilians. Good to have you all. Yes, the Swiss central bank decreased its rates another 0.25%, which is kind of scary. You know, all of these banks cutting rates, except for the Fed, obviously, but you know, it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look when they're a lot of them are getting close to the zero mark here once again, and that's always a bit of a you know, a lot of people think it's kind of like a stimulus thing, but it's not really stimulus. It's more of like, hold on, because we're in big trouble here. So except for the US, they seem to be really holding on to that robust nonsense. So let's see how this all works out. Let's get into the Bitcoin right now. I'll leave the news alone because it really is pretty doomy and gloomy. Bitcoin on some serious support. Macro golden pocket off of the not the macro, sorry, the local golden pocket from this low here. All right, and you've also got Wednesday's New York low right there, that cute little wickety do, which is helping us sort of stay on this support resistance zone right now. Holy Marius, thank you, sir. You don't have to be throwing your knocks around, buddy. I appreciate it greatly, but no need for that. So yeah, this is pretty much a make or break sort of moment here. Now, having said that, you know, it only means we're going to come down and potentially test this zone or some other market structure in here, right? It doesn't mean it's the end of the world and Bitcoin is going to zero, although that is an inevitability. Yeah, this is for this move to sustain itself and for us to get back up there. We really do need to start pushing up here, and it seems like it's kind of just stalling out here on us a bit. So this is a very interesting zone for me anyhow, and it's hit and it's done a little bit of a two-legged pullback, and now it's coming back down, but it hasn't taken out this low yet. So that's very important. As long as we maintain this level, I'm pretty happy about that. And if we drop, this will be a very interesting zone here. All right, naked point of control from yesterday, I believe. Let's zap. Oh, I've already got them up. Look at that. No, from Wednesday, sorry. So there's your naked point of control. Again, we've got that Wednesday wick low there from New York. And we've also got our New York low from yesterday. It's all sort of helped prop us up there. And that is about it. Now, the dangerous part here to the upside is all these fair value gaps. Luckily, there's no single prints in this, but we do have some pretty nasty looking fair value gaps up here, and then a crazy order block. So I have to listen to REM, the end of the world now. Yeah, I wouldn't get that doom and gloomy about it. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild how people get really crazy about it. But yeah, I don't really see doom and gloom. I see possibilities. All right, it's all possibilities. So that's really it. And then one of the interesting things is the big boys are all really dumping. But it's necessary, you know. I mean, if you just look at like Nvidia, how expensive Nvidia is, its price to earnings ratio is horrifying. Like, so they need corrections. They be needing them. They be needing corrections. All right. So yeah, this is a big zone for us right here. And if we lose it, this is the next sort of hope that we can come down, sweep up some liquidity here from Wednesday's New York low, hit off of this point of control maybe, or test the deep end of the golden pocket, and then turn around hopefully. We also had an 80% setup here. Sorry for anybody who got in on that one. Not that I mentioned it, because this is a very bad looking 80% setup, and that's because of the previous day's volume profile, right? You've got a seemingly sort of balanced looking day here, but you have a very high point of control, and then you have a very low close on the day. So that's a pretty bearish signal. So I wouldn't be buying into this move here. And the other thing too is the amount of time we've spent now in this zone here. It's not a good look. So the longer we stay sort of in a zone that you'd be looking for a trade, it doesn't mean it's not going to work out, right? But it's the kind of trades that you want to really be careful with, because they're really gonna take away your time more than anything else, right? Let's say you've got another coin that you're looking at and it's moving well, but you're stuck here in a trade that you're looking to maybe hit your first take profit at the high of day or something, maybe trading it back up to this, and it's just kind of doing nothing, you know, just hanging out. So never a good sign when that happens, especially when we got this real nice delivery here, right? I mean, yesterday's dump into this zone was great, and then not much of a reaction here so far. So not bad, but definitely not great. So that's what I'd be looking to here. And to the upside, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a tougher nut, I would say, because there's so many open zones here. All right, you've got a 0.5 in the middle of nothing here. I believe, actually, let me throw this on a normal fib pull here. You've got your 382 right there. That's going to be pretty interesting. It's on this low, which held as support. Relatively high volume node there from yesterday, just above it. So could wick through here and come on down. And if that happens, that's never a good sign, right? Pretty strong sign of weakness to the downside. So it's a bit of a fielder's choice here, right? Is what I say. We also have this naked point of control from yesterday just below the golden pocket, and a fair value gap here. So that might be a little bit of a magnetic zone there to go and test. So that's what I'd be looking for today. This zone here has to hold, and that would be it for me. And then to the upside, I'd be most interested in this, but we do have a bunch of liquidity that we've created already today. So if we start thinking about this more instead of a swing trading sort of scenario, let me just zap these out here. Close that out. We have a real potential here for a nice stop hunt of the Asia highs, right? Sweep them, turn back around. That would be a rejection off of this fair value gap potentially, or maybe this big wick here. That's on the half-hour chart. On the 15, you can narrow it down a little bit. You see that wick's already been taken out, and there's no fair value gap here. But on the half-hour, you will see that. So that could be a potential day trade if we do break it to the upside. Depends how New York is going to handle this, all these shenanigans. And that's about it. On the sort of bigger picture thing here, we have not swept any previous day's levels yet. And yesterday, Bitcoin did sweep the previous day's high and then dumped quite aggressively, right? So not to say that is overly dramatic, but we might not get a huge move today, all right? It might not happen on the Bitcoin because we had a huge couple of days already. And today they might just sort of peter out a little bit, come up again, go for a stop hunt, close back in the range here for the day. On the NASDAQ, very different story here on the NASDAQ. We take a peek at this daily chart first and foremost. And the first thing we notice here yesterday, inside bar. So that is a great sign here. I would say not for up movement, but for volatility for today. So let's see what the New York brings here. So far, it's been a very decent day already, I would say. The first thing, unfortunately, I wasn't around for this, but I mean, there's that daily open box I talk about in the Discord. We hit right into it. And by the way, join the Discord if you're interested. Join our Discord community. Link is in the description. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you like what you're seeing. If you don't, leave a nasty comment and call me names. Yeah, so very nice hit into that zone. Also the Asia opening range. Yeah, perfect stuff. And dumps down, finally puts in its low. And then New York, God, I don't know what time zone I live in. London, wouldn't you know it? London open. Fair value gap. Golden pocket. London pushes up. Bit of a sketchy one here, but not bad. I was quite worried about this here. You know, that is some big London buyers stepping in, but they quickly get put in their place. And then you get a retest, dumps, retest of that Asia low, dumps again, and now trying to get back in there after a potentially beautiful W formation. So if you're looking at the NASDAQ, mark off this zone right here, about 10:15 UTC time, and keep an eye on that bad boy, because that's going to be a big zone, I believe. A big zone to take. So the other thing here about this lovely little insanity is that yesterday we did get the big dump on Thursday, and then it sort of pumped. All right. Not a spectacular example of this. You get a nice W formation, and usually that's not going to happen, right? So it actually looks like maybe it was more of a pump and a dump play out for New York. And that might signify that today we don't get as much move. However, we did have that inside bar yesterday, which leads us to believe that we are going to get some big moves. All right, let's just close this out for a minute. Take a peek here on our half-hour chart. The volume profiles are very odd right now on the old NQ1 here. Very odd. They're leaving very little behind. There's no naked points of control. There's no real great volume nodes kicking around. Like, look at all this stuff that would be naked down here. You've got a little bit here on this value area high. And we are in bearish market structure, right? So this looks like it should. I mean, I'm guessing, right? Again, I'm saying guessing. So this could go totally the other way here. But up moves, inside bar. Let's take it to the downside, baby. That's what I would be imagining. And that would be a spectacular move for continuation. You know, it's a pretty decent pullback here. It doesn't look great, but when you are really tanking, when the market is tanking, that's really what's going to happen. And if we look at what happened to the big boys yesterday, all right, Apple down only 0.5%, but that's still down. Amazon down. What do we got here? Look at that bad boy. My good old BSE. Always up, BSE. Look at that. Chevron up a little bit. That ain't bad. Google down. Home Depot holding strong. Let's see here. Microsoft down. Meta up slightly. And Microsoft was only down slightly as well. Netflix down. Nvidia, not bad. Trying to hold it together, Nvidia. Palantir as well, up 1.5. That's not bad. Tesla also trying to hold it together while everybody's car bombing them for some reason. I probably shouldn't say that word. While everybody is, you know, protesting peacefully against Tesla, trying to keep it together. Oh, And good news here, gold on the move down. So let's see if maybe we can get some of that gold money and pump it into BTC. But again, if we look at this this NASDAQ chart, I mean, it's just horrible looking, right? Quite down, quite down. A few days of rise, and then we get that inside bar. So could be, again, that REM end of the world now sort of scenario. If we look at the daily chart on this, let me cover this up here. Never mind, I don't want that. I just want to hide you. Thank you very much. It does look very aggressive down, right? And we're down 14%. This is on the futures, but the NASDAQ itself is pretty much identical. So we can still go down quite a bit more, right? Now, if this is going to be the kind of pullback we get, let's take a quick fib pull here. All right, haven't quite hit that 382. Now, if we really start to dump here and we break below this low, and we're going to be looking at some sort of potential measured move, right? I mean, this could be just absolutely massive. It could be massive dump. And that would be a pretty spectacular opportunity. If you look at an extension, could be looking down at around 18,000 points, 18,000 for the golden pocket, and that 1-to-1 down to 16. And oops, not what I wanted to do there. And if this sort of stuff happens, that's where we could be getting into these, you know, huge sort of bear market corrections, 23%, and huge opportunities there to pump it back up. Or we could look for a measured move off of a fib retracement. Put us into our negatives here, and a 1-to-1 move down to here, down to 15. Again, absolutely monstrous. There it goes, 28. So that's closer to that sort of 30% typical retracement you get on corrective moves. So let's see what happens here now. It would be very healthy for us to get a good pullback. Just kind of play around a little bit, get everybody a little bit more interested, and then smash their dreams sort of thing. But this could get real nasty here, all right? It's pretty crazy looking the market right now. The other problem too, again, is how they are really selling the stories here. They're really, you know, and this is what the Fed does and the government always does, is they just try to calm people down, talking about how resilient things are and whatnot. But when you've got $36 trillion in debt, there's no resiliency in your system. Who are we kidding? And also the bad news is what you're starting to hear out of all the very small sort of, not very small, sorry, the very big, the very large corporations that sell to the masses, right? So not the Gucci's and the Fendi's and the you know, Coco Chanel's of the world, but the McDonald's of the world, and the companies that cater to the normal working class, Targets, things like that, Walmart. They're all kind of warning us that people are not spending money and something is changing. And that's really just, I'm guessing, because of inflation and horrible jobs. You know, nobody's got good jobs anymore. It's all this gig economy stuff and very low wage, or should I say wage stagnation, right? So could get quite nasty. Sorry to be such a bummer today, but that's really what's going on here. Let's take a quick peek here, see if we got any big movers and shakers on the, and up 12%. See if we can take a quick peek at something interesting. Ooh, Mavia down 16. That is not looking great right now. A lot of red. Cake up 13%. Everybody loves a piece of cake. I'm not a big fan of trading cake, though. Uh-oh. Oddbjorner's on it already. ORCA. Orca. The whale coin, baby. All right, let's take a peek at the whale coin here. Orca. All right, first things first. That's not a whale, it's a porpoise. But yeah, we call them whales. Is it a porpoise? I think it's a porpoise. I know there's different types of dolphins. But all right, anyhow, that is ridiculous. That is a big move, man. Wow. Yeah, I'd be pretty interested in getting in on this. Yeah, killer whale, but they're not actually whales. They're more like dolphins. They call them killer whales, but they're not whales. I actually believe they're porpoises, but I could be totally wrong. I know they're in that family though. Let's see here. 230 million volume, says Oddbjorn. That's always good. Big volume's always good. I mean, that's nuts. That is quite nuts. So wouldn't even bother looking at opening ranges or daily open on this, but jeez. Somebody at 4:57 a.m. this morning decided that they were gonna pump the whale, the killer whale, baby. Holy, that's quite insane. It's quite insane here. Okay, let's get our bearings here. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Now, this is the kind of thing I would not even consider shorting this today, but I'd be very interested in what happens to it tomorrow. And unfortunately, tomorrow's Saturday. I'd love to see a big pullback on this and then maybe get in there. You know. Yeah, that's quite lovely stuff. Big three, loving it. Just check out the size of these moves. Let's say that. Yeah, that's quite lovely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you should have mentioned that earlier in the Discord, Oddbjorner. Wow. I'm kidding. Don't take it personally. Yeah, that's pretty sweet, man. That's very nice. It's another one. Look, bullish engulfing. You got your big three telling you get the hell in there. 8.5%. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you were busy, eh? Not even busy. He was busy. He was buying up the XRP. Nice. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one in the Discord there. So see what we can get on, or if we can get on a quick boost up here. But I'd love to see this. Hopefully it'll put in another high. Maybe won't happen today, but I would not be overly zealous of shorting this. Generally, when I see a move like this, I'm thinking, yeah, let's short it all the way back to the bottom. But since it's the first day of its explosion, let me make sure it is. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Damn. Yeah. Wait to see what it does today. Like this, it's very typical when they get these first days of explosive move that then it kind of carries on. Yeah. Sort of something like that. Or like that, right? Classic example of a whale buying and retail jumping in after pushing it up. Yes, sir. Yeah, the whale will be getting out soon. I'm guessing. But I mean that's insane. Now look at that, from 154 today to 334. So wow, definitely be keeping an eye on that. This could still go quite a bit. Look at that stock on the daily chart. And this is also lends into what I'm saying here. When you have this discrepancy between the K and the D line, you get that real aggressive move up, and often your D line's going to follow up over the next day, right? So should push up a little bit more, I'm guessing. But we will watch for signals and check out what's happening. If we can see a good M formation forming here, which has the potential for it right now, but I don't really like that. Looking like it's putting in a nice Batman formation, maybe. So this will be an interesting zone to watch for. Watch for this wick or this order block here. Not an order block, sorry. A pivot point. That'll be interesting, but it will be pretty high risk, I would say. So be careful jumping in there, but we'll keep an eye on it on the Discord, all right? So that's pretty much it. We'll keep an eye on that. Bitcoin, hopefully Bitcoin can really get out of this zone here and start to push it back up. The good thing now is that we have had a test of the Asia low. Asia low does hold, and now we are trading above the London Open, all right? But yeah, let's see what happens here, all right? Here is our Asia opening range. All right, so hold on a second here. Yeah, support and resistance, that's what that is. So let's see if we can get above this Asia opening range and really push up to those highs. Check it out. XRP soon breaks apex and making a comeback, W shape. Nice, that's good. I'm not going to look at that right now, but we can discuss that in the Discord. But yeah, that's going to do it, man. Just a quick update here. Be careful with the doom and gloom. Remember, when everybody's pooping their pants, look for opportunities and keep cool, do your homework, and study harder. And that way you can prepare yourself for some Warren Buffett style gains, all right? Catch those. Not catch the low, but wait to see that point of turn, that first sort of signs of strength for a move to the upside, and then think about getting on in there and exploiting it. All right, having said that, guys, be well, stay safe, protect your capital, and see you on Sunday, where we'll do a more broad level sort of look at what's to come in the week, especially for Bitcoin. And that's it, man. Peace out. You have a wonderful day and talk soon. Stay safe.